Alright, this is a projectile motion question. Object was thrown upward from the top of a building with an initial velocity. The height of the object after so many seconds is given by the quadratic equation. H equals negative 16t squared, that's your gravity constant, plus 48t, that is your initial velocity, plus 160, that's your initial height. And the question's going to be the same on the final. When is it going to hit the ground? So we're asking, when is the height going to be 0? So that's negative 16t squared plus 48t plus 160. In order to answer this, we're going to need to factor. Remember, the first step in factoring is always looking for a GCF. Most of the time, I'm going to change colors here, most of the time the GCF is the negative 16. So if I take that negative 16 out, that leaves me with t squared minus 3t minus 10. So dividing 48 by the negative 16 and dividing 160 by the negative 16. Negative 16 divides off. So you don't need to worry about that. You just need to factor this. This factors into t minus 5 and t plus 2. Oop, not 12. Sorry, let me fix that. Not 12, but 2. Now, like I said, what we're doing here, I'm saying ignoring the negative 16, but all we're really doing is dividing it off. So 0 divided by negative 16 is still 0. And so you have two possible options, t minus 5 equals 0, or t plus 2 equals 0. This gives you t equals 5. This gives you t equals negative 2. If you remember in class, we drew a picture of how this works. This is your time. This is your height. So it starts up here. It goes up and down. So it hits the ground at the positive answer, 5 seconds. The negative 2, just so that you know where it's coming from, is if we were to go back in time, which we don't do. If we were to continue that parabola down, that's where that negative 2 comes in. So you always want to choose your positive answer. That's always going to be the right answer. So we don't use the negative answer. And sometimes one of your answers is 0. It's 0 if the object started at the ground and went up and back down. Back down. Sometimes your answer is 0. In this case, your answers were negative 2 and positive 5. So again, you choose the positive answer.